Alright, so this is the next phase of installing a window regulator on a 2002 Cavalier. Alright, well, I went and received or got out of a junkyard a regulator, and apparently it's an aftermarket regulator. And you can see this is different than what the factory comes with, but hopefully it works good, so we'll find out here in a second. All you do, because it works on reverse polarity, is you can clearly see that you just a hot wire and the ground, it doesn't really matter, and that's all this is. So to check it, we're just going to touch it. Alright, let's see. Probably fully extended in that direction, so let's try the next one. Works great that way. Alright. Keep that bad boy from coming down on me. And this right here is the actual angle you want to put the regulator in with, and I'll tell you why. When you go to put this in, we want to collapse, it's what we want to do. So let's see how close we are to collapsing this bad boy. Alright, so it'll sit in there just like, I'm sorry, if it was sitting in this door, it's going to be sitting just like this. Alright. Actually, it's got to sit like this. And if you see right here, I have these four right here. Now these are different. A manual regulator, you can see where they came out right here. And this is an electric regulator. They're already pre-cut, so it's no big deal. As you can see, that's kind of going to be a pain to stick through this door. So what I'm going to do is use the electrical connection I got, and I'm going to go ahead and remove that. And I'm going to lower this so it kind of collapses. And then when it gets in place, I'll extend it. Now, just for general information, this little bracket right here is going to actually sit right here. In your window glass, you just loosen these two screws right here, or bolts, and the window just slides on top of that. So technically there's no glass in here yet. We'll stick that in a second. It's kind of in the way at the moment. And it just follows through these tracks. Alright, so go ahead and pause, and I'll get this positioned, and then the next thing is we'll show you it going in.
Go.
Okay, so now we're getting it ready to actually go into the door. What my idea is I'm going to get this thing straight where it'll actually feed in the door without fighting it. See, I'm just going ahead and straighten that motor out. Boom, there it goes. It's completely straight. Alright, so, by the way, this is a little, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but this right here is just a electric tab that I got from the junkyard. And this makes it easy to test. If you're going to be messing around with it, you might as well have it. Alright, so you can put that on pause while I'm taking this back out.
3.
Alright, so here we go now. I've got this thing completely straight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to kind of feed it toward the bottom. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but just like today, it's going to help us out. Alright, so the next thing I'm really interested in is getting this thing to where I can actually mount it. If you look, see that little hole right there? I believe that's going to be your center mount. Hold on. Yeah, right there's 1 and there's 2. Alright, go ahead and pause it. We'll pop you in here.
3.
Alright, so here's the next phase. I went ahead and put it in. As you can see, clearly it's in there. I put 2 rivets in. Now here's where the trick bag is going to come in. These rivets are 1/4 inch standard window regulator rivets. Not sure where the box is at. I'll show them this right here. This is what you'll need to install it with the heavy duty, and that's because it handles the 1/4 inch. Now, right there, This is $21 at Harbor Freight. No big deal, but a complete and total lifesaver. That's the only place I could actually find one. Napa actually sells it, but they don't always have it in stock, so whatever. Alright, pause that, let me grab another one. Alright, so this is the box that you're going to need. This is if you go to Napa, you can just ask them for this right here. That's all you'll ever need for any General Motors rivet. Basically any rivet out there that's going to be a window regulator. As you notice, window regulator rivet. It's pretty much standard, 1/4 inch. You got to have the heavy duty pop rivet gun. Just trying to let you know that, so save you a lot of aggravation, a lot of hunting. Napa for the rivets. Harbor Freight for the gun if they don't have it at Napa. I don't know how much Napa is though, but they didn't have it, so I don't guess it really matters. It's got a cool little collection in there. I've had to do 4 of these on this car, so I'm getting really used to it. Alright, so you just load it like this. That's all you do. And if you look right here, there's a hole. Right? It's got to be completely expanded. Just bring it in. If you listen, you'll hear it cut it. There you go. Alright. Here's another one. Now, I'm going to show you the difference on why you can't use a standard 1/4 inch rivet for a window regulator. Alright. Notice that these window regulators, rivets, when you put them in, they start splitting the top. See how that works? And basically, I'm not going to pop it all the way, but this right here comes out flat, alright? Which, there's not a lot of clearance in a window regulator, so that's why you use these right here. They're very specialized for it. Yeah, it's got a lot of force. Alright, now let me get a regular one. Hang on one second. Alright, so here's what a regular one does. You may have enough clearance for a regular one, you may not. But if you look at the end of it, it's not getting flatter or splitting like that one does. It's kind of balling up. And at the end of the day, you may not have clearance for a standard 1/4 inch. Alright, so what's next on this thing? Is that it?
Go.
Alright, so basically in order to do a window regulator, you're going to need a 1/4 inch rivet gun. You're going to need the standard rivets, door regulator rivets. You're going to need a 10 millimeter socket. You're going to need titanium bits, 1/4 inch titanium bits. And you should be able to do the job in probably, I don't know, 30-40 minutes if you're lucky. Maybe an hour if you want to take your time. Not that big of a deal. Electrical connections are real easy. As far as testing stuff and all that, that's real not a problem. Anyway, good luck with it. I'll do a lot of these so I don't forget when I'm actually doing it again. So, hope it helps somebody, and have a great day.